Hi everyone, welcome to Border Takes with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not. This is an extravaganza, a Tier 6 extravaganza, culminating in one of the brand new Tier 6 premium tanks available in the store right now, as far as I'm aware. We're going to start off with a replay from the old mate, First Firestarter from Kanga Clan. They used to be called Mates Clan. They're active on the map, and they're always good to play against, and they always send me a well played, thanks for the game message after the game, which is appreciated greatly. Great bunch of guys and girls over at Kanga Clan. This is First Firestarter in the Skoda T25. The Skoda T25 is a 3-shot auto-loading Tier 6 Czechoslovakian medium tank. And of course, he's top tier in this game. So looking at that looks, he'll just be rubbing his little hands together. It is a 75mm gun, 110 alpha damage, 132 penetration with standard, 185 with APCR rounds, which is premium ammunition. Probably won't need any premium ammunition in this game. Top tier, 3 Tier 6 tanks on each team, the T150. The P43, that's the new Italian medium tank, and a Hellcat on the enemy team. First Firestarter in the Skoda T25. He's also got a VK-3601H and a Jackson, the rest are Tier 4s and 5s, and he shouldn't have any problem penetrating too many of those tanks. Maybe the T150 could prove to be a little bit challenging. He's on Ruinberg. Is it called Ruinberg? Yes, it is. He's got one round left in the barrel. Thought he might have tried to throw 1 or 2 rounds towards that Panzer 4H, but let's see what he goes. They're winning 2-zip. He's on 338 damage. He's taken a it's a very fast reload. It's only 3 shells, so 330 odd potential clip damage on average. Bounces the Panzer 4H. To see how slow that German armor-piercing round went towards First Firestarter. Puts the second shot in, doesn't risk it for the biscuit for the third one, waits till the Panzer 4H rolls around the corner, takes it down to 56 hit points. The PZ T25 gets rid of that bad boy, and that makes the score 4-zip. Not looking too bad in this one, and side shots into the Churchill, you'll say, no problems, I'll take those shots all day long. Of course, it's only a 3-shot autoloader, like I said earlier, potential 330 average clip damage, is gone for premium this time, probably because the last of those shells bounce in the Churchill. Just wants to confirm another kill, or confirm his first kill, and there's another Churchill there. 2 Churchills. They in a platoon? They are. 3 Churchills in a Churchill platoon. They've clearly got a bit of a sense of humour, the guys in that platoon. Sticking with APCR to try and get rid of those hit points out of the Churchill 3 at Tier 5. And the score's 5-2, 1568 damage. So he's sort of done more than double his hit points in damage in this game. Now, he's picked up a kill, 425 block damage. I thought he would have got a little bit of assisted damage from something or other. Looking for some more damaging shots. This should be another kill. That's 2 kills, 8-3 the score, 1822 damage done. Waits for that gun to reload. Only 3 premium rounds left now. But you'd hope that one of them would have been a kill on that Churchill. He's got himself into a pretty good position there, even though his team's down 9-4. There he goes, killed by the KV-1S. Of course, KV-1S is Tier 5 now. It used to be Tier 6. If you're old enough, you might remember when it was a Tier 6. And it was a pretty well respected Tier 6, I guess you would say. It was probably a little bit on the overpowered side, I guess. First Firestarter from Kanga Clan. He's on 2 kills, 1822 hit points of damage, looking for more opportunistic shots. He's only got 2 premium rounds left, and he uses them wisely into the T150, which is the most heavily armoured tank on the enemy team. Unfortunately, that's the last of his premium rounds. But he's certainly done his job. 1939 hit points of damage, 425 damage blocked. 10-5 is the score. He just needs to try to make sure that he doesn't lose too many hit points in these little skirmishes. Those last 2 rounds were, look, you might as well take him. He's got plenty of ammunition. He's not going to run out of bullets, that's for sure. 10-6. They're winning by 4, and it looks like some of these tanks are looking elsewhere. Puts one into the back of the M4. That makes the score 11-7. 3 kills, 2,157 damage done as his tank is reloading. This is a tank that I'm not sure if I've still got it. Actually, I don't think I do, but I did keep it. Up my sleeve back when Tier 6 clan wars and skirmishes were all sort of started. Is that KV-1S being slightly annoying, you might say, but the Hellcat, I reckon I would have dived out to try and steal that kill. Pulls back, waiting patiently, very, very patiently. 3 kills, 2,157 hit points of damage. Pings the map. The T150 is the concern. The KV-1S might be able to survive a shot from the T150. He puts a round into him. Looks like the KV-1S was looking for a shot on the... Sorry, it looks like the T150 was looking for a shot on the KV-1S. Firestarter only lucky enough to get 3 damaging shots in, but now he's got the back of the T150 right into the back of the turret. Needs all 3 rounds to penetrate. They do. Takes him down to 83 hit points. 14-9 the score now. They're going to be comfortable in the win, but he wants to get one more kill to make it over 2,600 damage if he can. And 4 kills. That's what he does. 15-9 on Ruenberg. First Firestarter from Kanga Clan. Let's have a look at the... Pardon me, let's have a look at the battle result. It is an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. Not only an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, but he's picked up his first Mark of Excellence in that tank, and maybe he's going to try and get some more on it. Who knows? 1 Mark of Excellence on the Czechoslovakian Tier 6 auto-loading medium tank. Skoda T25 Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Fighter, Fire for Effect, High Caliber for carrying that one. Top tier, 1200 base experience. That's without the daily double or a premium account multiplier. That's the base score, 1200, 4 kills, 2,680 hit points of damage. And looking at the rest of the results, he certainly can claim that he carried the hell out of that one. The second highest damage was 800, which... That's a third of what he did. Made some coin too, even though he used all his premium rounds. He still made 8,000 credits with a premium account. Would have lost a few. Would have lost 7,000 if he had a standard account in that 5-minute battle. 35 shots fired, 31 hit, 25 penetrated, and that was enough for an ace from your old mate. First Firestarter in the Skoda T25, the Tier 6 auto-loading Czechoslovakian medium tanks. We move on to our second game in today's extravaganza of Tier 6 replays. This one comes from the old mate, the Flying Elite from Yeti Clan in the Tiger 131. Now the Tiger 131 is the Tier 6 German premium tank. Now you might say, why you say German as if it's unusual, Stewie? Well, of course, originally the Tiger, the Japanese Tiger came out as a premium tank, and as far as I know, this is pretty much exactly the same, or maybe apart from the 131 written on the side of the turret, as you can see there. I think this is pretty much the same as the Japanese Tiger tank, but still, it's a premium tank. It's a Tier 6 premium German heavy tank. The Tiger 131. It's got that 88mm German gun, 220 alpha damage, 145 penetration with standard, 194 with APCR rounds, which is premium ammunition. You wouldn't think he would need too much premium ammunition with in this kind of matchup. Three tier 6s on each team. No idea what happened to that shot as he continues to roll towards the hill in this bad boy. Got a little bit of assisted damage. I guess it's better than nothing. Those 2 shots going very, very high. Just the game just seeming to be a little bit twitchy. Now, of course, when the Flying Elite sent me this replay, I believe the cable which links Perth to Singapore may have been damaged, and that's why he's getting a little bit of his ping's up there a little bit, because he's playing on the Singapore server, as far as I'm aware, unless there's something terribly wrong with the Australian server. I know he's in Australia, that's for sure. Anyway, the Flying Elite's on Cliff, down by 2, and he needs to. He'll be thinking, right here, what am I going to do to carry this one? He knows what he's doing. Is in the. This is another shot. Stewie, what are you doing showing these replays? What? Even the Flying Elite would say that. But again, maybe struggling with the connection, or just throwing blind shots out there willy-nilly just to try to, I don't know, maybe he wants to make his tank light up for by getting rid of some ammunition. Just joking. We all know that doesn't happen. Now, pinging the map furiously, which is what people often do when they are getting shot and nobody's really helping him. Picks up the first kill of the game, getting rid of the P2640. Now the P2640, that's an interesting take as well. That's sort of Tier 4. People are calling it a tank, which is, you could use it as an anti-stat padding tank if you like, to club back all those tanks that people buy, those tier 4 preferential matchmaking tanks that go around and club the shit out of all the new players that play in this game. 1-4 flying elite from YetiClan. He's going to put his carry pants on very, very shortly. He's turning his turret around. He wants to get one into the back of the P43 Biz. He misses the Italian medium tank. That's a tank I've been playing myself lately. I don't often play tier 6s, but that's what I'm up to with the Italian grind. And that P43 Biz, it's looking pretty good, I reckon. I'm enjoying it anyway. Back to the Flying Elite. 2-4's the score. He hasn't set the world on fire quite yet. Puts one into the KV-85. Now, Flying Elite's a community contributor as well. There'll be a link down the bottom to his channel. He does YouTube stuff and very, very good player indeed. He's also a moderator on the forum, so don't give him too much grief. Looking at just farming this KV-85, send him back to the garage, no problems whatsoever. Next, she's slowly clawing this back, 3-4 the score now. Looks like he's looking at going back towards the middle of Cliff, and why wouldn't he? Because that's where all the damage is there. Picking these guys. Not sure if push. Oh yeah, well done, mate. Well done. The finds one into the P43 Biz. He wants to take this guy down. That's one of the 3 top tier tanks left on the enemy team. Sorry, 2. Get rid of that one and they'll be right back in this. Even though the score's 4-6 and they're down by 2. Flying Elite's team have got 2 top tier tanks. The enemy team only 1, and that's VK30-01H who's over there. And that VK30-01H, to be fair, he's doing a brilliant job. He's holding up 4 tanks over there. That's why the Flying Elite was pinging the map saying, get in there, boys. It's a massive advantage. As the Flying Elite picks up his 4th kill, both artilleries possibly aiming his way. 4 kills, 1462 damage done. Just misses out on the kill shot on the M5 Stewart. Scores 6-7. 4 kills, 1462 damage done. 700 block. Cops a shot for the SU-122A. What the hell is the SU-122A? You ask. It might be a tier 5 Russian artillery, I'm guessing. He's still got half his health. He's on 4 kills. He's pretty much single-handedly even the scoreboard up at 7 apiece. Looking in the middle for shots. What's there? The Chi Nu. That should be pretty easy to put damage into the Chi Nu. The Chaffee will be sitting back there. Chaffee from... I reckon the Chaffee... I don't think many tanks... There you go. There's a nice headshot into the side of the Chi Nu. The Chi Nu is the tier 5 Japanese. Auto aims on the M4. Picks up another kill. That's 6 kills and the top gun confirmed, but there's still a little bit of work to do. They are winning now. Winning by 3 tanks. 6 kills to the Flying Elite. 1780 damage done. These guys still not pushing over there in the west. I wonder why. The KV-85 is on full health. Now that's the other top tier tank in this battle. And Flying Elite saying, no worries, I'll do this. I'll do it myself if I need to. He's heading straight to where the Chaffee was last spotted over there at G5. Looking towards that Marder, he'll be saying, and I wouldn't mind another kill. That'll be 7 kills, no worries at all. Thank you very much. 31 hit points for that kill. The PZ4H and the SU85B, look over there. They both killed themselves. And that's it. That'll be an eye for an eye medal for those 2 guys. Well done. That's one of those funny little awards you get for killing and being killed at the same time. The enemy Chaffee right back there at the base on 150 hit points. Can he one-shot him? He's got APCR loaded. Yeah, he can certainly one-shot. 220 alpha damage. And he wants to get his carry pants on. I'm tipping he's probably got the... APCR unloaded. He wants to confirm a Radley Walters. That's what I'd be probably trying to do. No problems in the all. Amarak's the PZ SFL IBV. That's the annoying tier 5 German artillery. 4 even. 14-9, 8 kills, 1,854 damage. He's confident this is going to be an ace, and he's already starting to send the message to stewiejp at Get On Board Studios to say, Stewie, I reckon this could be another one for you. There we go. 1 into the SU-122A. Doesn't quite kill him with 1 shot. Bit of a low roll there. Average damage supposed to be 220. He was 210. Unlucky not to get the 9th kill with that low roll, but not a bad carry at all from the Flying Elite. In the Tiger 131, the German premium tier 6 heavy tank. One of the newer Tier 6 premium heavy tanks in the game. Let's have a look at the result. It's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for the old mate for Flying Elite in the Tiger 131. Bruiser Medal. Demolition for blowing the head off that German artillery towards the end of the game. Fire for effect. Radley Walters for getting those 8 kills. High caliber, top gun. Thank you very much. 2,037 hit points of damage. 8 kills. 1250 base experience. He fired 24 shots. 15 hit. They all penetrated. Goes to show if you can get the Tiger 131's gun to hit, you're going to penetrate. He penetrated every shot, but unlucky with some of those shots towards the start of the game. But it did look pretty laggy at the start of the game. He seemed to be bouncing around a little bit. Lost a few credits because he fired APCR rounds towards the end, trying to confirm that Radley Walters medal, and why wouldn't you? The Tiger 131, the Tier 6 premium German heavy tank, the one that's very, very similar to the Japanese Tiger tank, also at Tier 6. In fact, I think it's pretty much the same. Let's move on to our third replay in today's Tier 6 Extravaganza. It's another medium tank. It's a T34-85M. Now, the T34-85M, there's lots of these around. A number of months ago now, Wargaming had a promotion where you could grind out some missions to pick up one of these bad boys. And I'll tell you what, for a Tier 6 premium medium tank, it is a pretty good reward. It's not a bad medium tank at all. Not the fastest in the world, but he's doing 30 kilometers an hour. That's not too bad. People often compare it to the Rudy. The Rudy, very, very similar to the Rudy. The Rudy has the dog though, and I reckon that's a good thing. Auto aims on the Prima Victoria. Doesn't quite get a shot into the side of the Tier 8 Swedish premium medium tank. Now this is a Tier 8 game. He's not top tier by any stretch of the imagination. Panzer burner. He's already got a mark of excellence on that barrel. And look, I reckon it would be challenging to get marks on this tank simply because there's so many around. Or maybe that makes it easier. I don't know. I don't have many tanks with marks on them, but maybe when there's lots of them, it makes it easier, or does it make it harder? I'm not sure. You tell me. I guess it depends on the caliber of player that are playing. Maybe. But anyway, the T34-85M was given away as part of a grindy kind of mission, and look, it was pretty cool. I got one myself. If I can get it, it can't be too hard to get it. Panzer Burner sent me a couple of replays featuring the T34-85M. He's trying to 3-mark it, and if he keeps going the way he goes, I reckon it won't be too long before he does that. Top tier is a tier. This is a Tier 8 game, so he's bottom tier in this battle. He's platooned up with his old mate Hades in the Hellcat and SLI in the other T34-85M, and that's the challenge, I guess, sometimes now with when you're platooning, especially a 3-man platoon, the chances of being top tier are dramatically lowered with the new way the matchmaker works, and it sort of doesn't really encourage people to platoon too much, which is one reason I've really enjoyed Frontlines, because you can platoon in Frontlines and guaranteed not to be bottom tier in the all Tier 8 version of the game. Gets 1 shot, make that 2 shots into the enemy T34-85, and that opens up his account. You can see that pretty tidy gun. He has got APCR rounds loaded because he's trying to 3-mark it, and of course he is bottom tier. 180 alpha damage isn't bad at all for Tier 6. 194 penetration. Standard rounds are 144, which 144 is not much penetration when you're looking at Tier 8 tanks, especially looking at what the enemy team have got as armour-wise. You know, they've got an OHO. Prima Victoria can certainly bounce shots, and even at Tier 6, the IS, that's going to be carrying a little bit of armour as well. Panzer Burner picks up his first kill, gets rid of the AMX 1375, and the score is 3-1. 840 damage done. He's blocked 180 hit points. Rolling around here, looking towards that T34-85, just around this corner. There's also a Type 58 round that was last spotted around here at Tier 6. And they're the tanks he's going to want to start to fight, and puts another one into the T34-85. Of course, that's the standard version of this tank, the very popular Tier 6 Russian medium tank, and a tank that was used a lot during World War II. 4-2 is the score. 1160 damage done, a little bit of block damage. Looks like he's, and this, of course, this is an encounter battle, so there's only 1 cap. So both teams are aiming to either capture that white flag or kill all the enemies, and I reckon Panzer Burner will be hoping to kill all the enemies to try and get the most damage he can, and get more progress towards those 3 marks of excellence on this premium tank. miss that shot as well, mate. There you go. Oh, hoping for the kill. Doesn't quite get the kill. His teammates are winning that northeastern flank, that's for sure. Looks like he's going to try and help this Comet, who is probably getting a little bit of unwanted attention from the OHO, as well as that IS, and maybe even those TDs that are back there on the ridgeline. Puts one shot into the IS. The IS shouldn't be able to turn around before he shoots him. He's still not looking Panzer Burner's way before the T71DA, that's the auto-loading Tier 7 American light tank, cleans up the Russian heavy. Oh, that SU-100Y would be a juicy target. He puts one into him. Only got a pixel to aim at the Dicker Max. Doesn't quite land the shot. Somebody else does. Panzer Burner wants to get rid of those TDs before he engages that OHO. If he engages that OHO, I think he'll be shot by about 4 or 5 enemy tanks. His platoon mate in the T34-85 gets taken out. Ricochets the side of the Tiger at Tier 7. That's Tier 7, quite similar to the Tiger 131. They often do get compared. I'll leave that for you to do yourselves. You can work that one out. But of course, the Tiger is Tier 7. The Tiger 131 at Tier 6 makes it obviously a little bit better. There's the OHO. He's still got APCR rounds loaded. The OHO is looking the opposite way. He wants this one to penetrate. It does. Picks up the kill on the Tier 8 Japanese massive heavy tank, the OHO. And that just leaves one Tier 8 left on the enemy team, which is the Rimby Borsig Waffenträger. And what is Panzer Burner doing? Looks like, was that a blind shot, or was he spotted all that time? Looking for shots on the ARL. He switched back to standard rounds because he's only got 3 premium shells left, the APCR. And there's not much that he would need premium for. Probably the Tiger is the only tank left with any decent amount of armor. That ARL, maybe if he was shooting on its rounded bits. Who knows? 9-all the score though. This game is far from over. 9-9. 2 kills to Panzer Burner. 2,155 hit points of damage. He's blocked a bit. He also has got some assisted damage, 414. And I don't for a minute think he's going to try and cap this one out. But I think by putting himself onto the cap, he's forcing these, or he's hoping to force these tank destroyers over to try and spot him. And if they do that, he should be able to take him out with 1 or 2 shots. Still over 3.5 minutes left before it does get capped out. And I reckon that's what he's trying to do. By sitting on the cap, he's trying to force these tank destroyers to expose themselves, and he can hopefully farm a little bit more damage. Just 4 enemy tanks remaining, 3 TDs and an artillery. The Rimby Borsig, the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. He's on 4 kills. He's having a good game, that's for sure. The Dicker Max, you can see that T71DA will be going for the kill. That Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. Where was he last spotted? Going by the minimap, he hasn't been spotted. Hasn't been spotted all game, I don't think. He's on 4 kills though, so he's certainly not AFK. He's certainly doing quite well. There's the Rimby Borsig, and he'll love some of this damage. Puts one straight into the back for 301 hit points. When we weren't paying attention, he switched it out for high explosive rounds, knowing that the Rimby Borsig is a pretty low armored tank. Don't know if I'd be. Yep, auto aim seems to work. Artillery got him, but he did get another 300 hit points into the back of the German Tier 8 tank destroyer, and that brings the score up to 13-10. As the Udes goes down to the ARL V39, that's the Tier 6 French TD. That's just the ARL and the M12 left. 2,769 damage done by my old mate Panzer Burner in the T34-85M, and he's just looking for these last 2 tanks, the M12 and the ARL. He switched back to standard rounds now. He did switch to APCR, but looks like he's changed his mind. The M12, where could he be? Hasn't been spotted all game. The ARL V39, last spotted up here, and he did shoot towards him. I don't think he landed a shot when he shot that little French tank. And what's that little French tank doing? He's up there. Auto aims on the ARL, rolls forward, bang for kill number 3. Hoping to reload in time. He gets one more shot. One shot into the M12, waits for that gun to reload. He gets it, picks up the 4th kill, 15-10 in the end. And he'll say, pretty confident that that's a good one. 3,260 damage that we've seen in game. Let's have a look at the result and see how he did. Not only did he ace it, but he picked up a second mark of excellence. Now, he did send me a couple of replays. Couldn't use all the replays from my old mate Panzer, but look at that one. 2 marks of excellence in the T34-85M. Ace tanker, fighter, bruiser, fire for effect. Vaslejo's medal for killing 2 TDs of higher tier. Confederate for shooting more enemy tanks than anybody else. High caliber. Tank sniper as well for those opportunistic shots that he took on the other side of the map for when somebody else was spotting over elsewhere. Even though he was right in the thick of it, still got the tank sniper medal. Not too bad at all. As a bottom tier, medium tank 1483, base experience 3260. Look at that, smashed it by damage as well. Did much better than even the tier 8s. But look at that, 15,000 credits, that's after tax with a premium account. 23 shots fired, 21 hit, 18 did damage. 1,300 of it was sniped. Didn't feel like that much. It felt like he was getting stuck right into the gameplay. And of course, he did fire some APCR rounds, but still made 15,000. That's not too bad at all, and not a bad result for Panzer Burner in the T34-85M. That's a tier 6 premium Russian medium tank. As we move on to our fourth and final replay in today's tier 6 Extravaganza. This is Flying Elite again, community contributor and very, very good tanker. He's platooned up with, what happened then? He's platooned up with his old mate, Burning Seraph from PBK Clan. And of course, this is it. This is the Valhalla, the Warhammer tank. It's a KV-2 premium tank, the KV-2R. Now, I'm in two minds about this. Like, it does look, I've been playing around with it myself. I've only had one game in it when at the time of recording this. I've only had one game in it, and it certainly is fun. Just as fun as the normal KV-2. In fact, it's very, very similar indeed. Some say it's identical. Some people say that it's not quite identical. Let's have a look at what the Flying Elite does. He's got its derp shells all the way. 152 millimeter derp shells, 910 damage, 86 penetration, of course, with KV-2s. We all know what KV-2s are like. If they don't penetrate, they still do some damage. That OI was burning from Burning Seraph's shot in the KV-2, and Flying Elite picks up a little bit more assisted damage. Now, you did see him put a blind shot into the middle of this map. That's not a bad idea. There could have been a light tank up there, you never know. Might have picked up a lucky penetration. Now, unfortunately, Burning Seraph just got taken out by the enemy KV-2. Nothing worse than getting derped while you're in a derp tank. But Flying Elite, he'll know that he just fired because his platoon mate just got blown away. He's looking for a very cheeky shot into the side of the turret. Gets him for 389 hit points. Pulls back. The O'Neill's there. This is a tier 7 game. 3 tier 7 tanks on each team. The O'Neill, Tiger, and the Challenger on the Flying Elite's team. The O'Neill, T29, and AT7 on the enemy team. Peeking around here, waiting for that gun to reload. See, he's got food running. That'll help that very, very long reload time. Gee, how that one landed, but he picked up a kill on the Chaffee. Got rid of him, picked up some assisted damage as well on the enemy KV-2. 1 kill, 1371 hit points of damage done, 110 damage blocked. Now, the people are talking about this tank. It's pretty much exactly the same as a KV-2. I'm undecided. I'm very tempted to buy it. As Flying Elite picks up his second kill, gets rid of the enemy KV-2. They're winning 7-4 on Paris. This is fast and furious action in the KV-2R. Look, in Australia, or in Australian dollars, they're going for about $40, which is very similar price to the Australian tank, the Australian Centurion 5-1, the Rock. So hard to recommend a tier 6 when it's the same price as tier 8, but of course I do have to pay for the Warhammer licensing, I guess. That's what people are telling me anyway. I don't know a massive amount about Warhammer and all that kind of jazz. How's this going to go? Another 333 hit points into the AT7, and that's why the KV-2 is so fun. And I guess the thing that would tempt me to buy this tank, and look, I'll probably end up buying it, is that I've kept the KV-2, but I don't have a very good crew in it. If I bought this one, I could throw in a one of my good tier 10 Russian crews, and of course with this crew also comes a crew that already has Brothers in Arms, and Brothers in Arms doesn't count as the first crew skill. So if you're unsure about how crew skills work, read up about it, because every crew skill you get, it becomes harder to get more crew skills. And so in this case, the Brothers in Arms crew skill does not count as the first one. So the second skill trains up as fast as the first skill would have trained up. Unfortunately, Flying Elite got taken out there by, was it the AT7? Yeah, I think it was the AT7. But with a score at 11.7, he's certainly done enough. So back to the tank, the KV-2R, it plays exactly the same as the normal KV-2, except you can use one of your tank crews. Oh, if I was to buy it, I would put one of my better Russian higher tier crews in it, because that's what crew trainers are all about. And I would probably utilise this crew into a new line that I might have been grinding. That's just my point of view anyway on the KV-2R. Looks like a pretty groovy looking tank. As we wait for the Flying Elite's teammates to confirm this win, it's winning 12-9. It looks like he's still hanging around, waiting to see what happens. We're going to speed it up a bit. You can see they're capping, and it looks like maybe they are going to cap. There's still 2 tanks to kill. Challenger picks up 1. The Flying Elite zooms out to see it. Looks like they've capped it and killed all of the enemy team at the same time. Now, it is a bit early, so sorry I've sounded a little bit crunchy. That was a Flying Elite in the KV-2P or R that said in-game Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Bruise Up, Fire for Effects, High Caliber. Not a bad result at all. Top scored that one with 1260 base experience. Even though he died just before the end, 2816 damage done. 2 kills, and good for a friend of mine, my old mate John, sent me a replay which I couldn't play in the normal KV-2. This is some time ago, where he had a absolutely massive game. It's one of those fun tanks to play. 9 hits, 8 hit. They all did damage, 30,695 credits after tax with the premium account. HE derp all the way, the KV-2 Valhalla. Thank you very much for the replays. Don't forget to check out the Flying Elite on YouTube. Links will be down below. Once again, thanks for watching. Take care, and see you all next time.